Hi, welcome. Thank you for clicking in, showing an interest in what Reiki is. I get a lot of people that are quite curious about it. They've heard the word, but they're not quite sure what it is. So I thought, I'd take a moment to introduce myself, get to know me a little bit prior to booking a session, and get to understanding what the experience would be like. So welcome. You're either curious about it or ready to take that step. So this will be sort of the pre-step to your session. So let me give you a quick intro. You perhaps read my bio. My name's Rita Roberts. People know me as Reiki Rita. I've been doing Reiki now for over 12 plus years. And originally, probably like you, never heard of Reiki, didn't understand this holistic modality at all. It sort of was a word that was thrown around. Grew up with conventional medicine. But what happened was, basically when I started to make a healthier shift in my life, I wanted healthcare that was also authentic and holistic. And that's where I heard about Reiki. Started doing it, started feeling good about it, and one thing led to another, and here I am 12 years later, doing this and loving it and helping people like yourself. So it's a passion of mine. I'm also a spiritual life coach, author of a book, Parents with Price Tags, Heal Yourself of Family Dysfunction, Learn to Love Your Children Unconditionally. You could browse around my website, learn a bit more about that. So let's refocus on what is Reiki. Well, let's start off with what Reiki isn't. Reiki is not a religion. It's not a cult of any kind. You do not have to change your beliefs. It has nothing to do with that. It's basically, so here's what Reiki is. It's very old and ancient practice. It's been around for thousands of years. So it's not a new age cult. It's not going anywhere. It's been around forever. It has a lot to do with metaphysics as well, which I'm not going to explain because that's not my strength. However, you could Google it and find the science behind Reiki. But it basically leads towards your grade 7 science. There's an energy. Everything is energy. Your energy, I'm energy, table, chairs, earth energy, sun, soil. This is all energy. Everything's energy. So that's what Reiki is, basically. And of course, I can elaborate a little bit more. So it's working with energy. We're not working with muscles. We're not manipulating the skin like a massage. We're working with what we call meridians. These are energetic lines that run up and down your body, and that's what we work with. Okay? So that's kind of what it is and it isn't. What we basically do is that if you were to come for your session, you would come in, take a little time to get acquainted, and relax and know that this is a safe place, non-judgmental, and you're allowed to be who you are. Okay? Been through a lot of stuff myself, so I've learned to shelf my own ego and to offer love to my clients versus judgment. So you don't have to worry about being who you are. That's the whole goal here. So here's how it works. Around each person, anything that's alive actually, animals as well, there's what we call an energy field, a vortex of energy. This is also known as an aura. You've probably heard that term. Around the aura, there's 7 layers of actual aura, which I won't get into the details because it's not necessary. But you need to know there's an energy field, and we all feel each other's aura. Okay? And we're all affected by each other's aura. And then within that aura, there are these things called chakras. Okay? They're vortexes of energy that live within each of our bodies. There's about 110 actually in the body, but we only focus on the 7 key chakras. And the reason being is, number one, Reiki has a intelligence of its own. Because it is spiritually driven, it knows where to go and what your healing is. So basically we focus on the 7 key and let the energy flow and take care of itself. But each one of them is connected to major endocrine center in your body, major organs, and emotions. There is the root chakra that's connected with the family and your roots. These first 3 are about you on the planet. So this is about family, your upbringing, your beliefs. Second one, you realize, called the sacral, is connected to relationship, other people in your life as well. And third one is the solar plex area. This is about self-esteem, self-confidence, self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, so forth, so on. So it's all about how you perceive yourself as well. Then we move into the heart chakra, which is love and compassion and all the higher vibrational emotions and feelings. Then we move into the throat chakra. This is about speaking your truth. This is about your will. Then we move into the third eye, which is your intuition. Everyone's got intuition. You've got intuition. I've got intuition. I just make a living off of it. You perhaps, get those hunches or those gut feelings. We all have intuition. So that's third eye. Then we have crown chakra, which is our connection to something higher than ourselves. The universe, God, whatever your belief system is. So Reiki actually gets its name from universal life force energy, Rei, godlike energy, and Chi, energy from the ground. When you hear the word get grounded, that's what we're talking about. Getting yourself outside and bringing in that Chi energy. So Reiki gets its name from a combination of universal plus grounding, Rei, Chi, Reiki. That's how it gets its name. Little history for you there. So basically here's how they work, okay? The chakras act as filters, all right? They're funnels of energy which spin the root and the crown, spin this way and the rest of them spin this way, all right, front and back. And what they're doing is giving energy, receiving energy. They're spinning all day long. So everyone you come into contact with, everyone you're around, you're giving energy and thinking, even your thoughts, whoever you're thinking about, giving energy, receiving energy, okay? So that's what they do. They spin, take energy, and receive energy. So because we said everything's energy, we need energy to survive. So you either do it consciously or unconsciously. We'll get to that in a minute. So here's how the chakras work. As they're spinning, they act as filters, almost like the filter of your car, all right? How do filters work? They eliminate any toxic sort of negative things coming in to your car and causing a malfunction. Well, this is the same idea. It protects the body from that. So the chakras act as that filter, energetic filter, allowing only positive energy to come in and to nourish the body. But what happens is, if you are around a lot of toxic environment or negativity, all right, for a long period of time, that filter, that chakra, is going to get blocked. You've probably heard the term blocked or imbalanced. That's what it is. And what that negativity actually is an emotion that you've suppressed, a feeling that you were told, don't think that, don't do that, don't be that. So that negative emotion, and we all experience both positive and negative emotions. Everybody does, including myself. So what happens is, in our society, we are taught at a very young age, typically from our families, parents, don't do that, don't behave that way, don't say that, don't think that. So those negative emotions have nowhere to go other than deep down inside of ourselves within your aura. Everything about you, all your life experiences, past life, this life, right now in the moment, is all in your energy field. So if you have a negative, unresolved negative feeling that you have not dealt with, that you've suppressed, here's what ends up happening. It's blocking that chakra, depending on wherever the blockage is, and it starts to break down the auric field. It goes through 7 layers of aura, blocks the chakra, breaks down the chakra to the point now it hits your physical body. And then the flag goes up and you say, I'm sick. Okay, so here's the deal. You've actually been sick for quite a while, because as you can see, it's taken time to break down the aura, get through the chakra, then hit your physical body. So I really want you to consider this when thinking about healthcare, because conventional medicine, I'm not knocking it, there's some great stuff going on. However, it does focus on the quick fix, and it'll heal the symptom. But in order to really get happy and really heal what ails you and your sadness, your pain, your sickness, you have to get to the root of the problem. And as you can see, this is going to take some time. So you need to be patient with yourself. So that's basically what a blockage is and how that happens. Now, quickly, how do we get energy? All right. Positive, conscious people, people that are conscious of their energy, will get their energy in more positive ways, meaning they will pray, they will exercise, they will meditate, they'll do Reiki, they'll do yoga, they'll go outside. There's enough energy outside to sustain you. That's why subconsciously we tend to want to take vacations or go for a walk, because we know subconsciously that we can get energy that way. Okay? Laughter raises our energy. The world's become far too serious these days. So just having a good belly laugh raises our immune system, gets us healthy, raises our energy. Peace, living a balanced life. This gives us energy. Okay? Those are examples. There's a lot more, but those are a few. Now, what robs us of our energy? Okay? Where are we losing our energy? First of all, we're living a very, very hectic life these days. 21st century living is all about distractions, technology, lack of communication. This all is hurting our heart, and it's robbing us of some vital energy. The other way, the most critical way that we lose energy is through what we call energy vampires. Through relationships that are unhealthy for us, that don't allow us to be authentic, to be who you really are, the way God made you. And these people are very reactive people. We also refer to them as energy vampires. Okay, I know a while back it was kind of cool to be a vampire, but you don't want to be this kind of vampire. This is energy vampires, meaning these reactive people, they're in our lives. They're at work, they're in our families, they're sometimes our friends, there are people on the street, in the grocery store, the person flipping you the bird on the highway. These are energy vampires. They are in dire need of energy, and the best way to get it is from other people. And the way that they do it is they make you feel reactive. They make you feel like wanting to get angry or yell back at them or lose your peace. Whatever makes you lose your peace makes you lose your energy. Typically, ideally, you want to be around people that will give you unconditional love and you will give them unconditional love, so that there's a balance and there's a place of peace and harmony. So these reactive people will cause you to lose your energy. So you need to be aware of it. So think about this. Think about being in a job that you hate for years and years, or a relationship that's unhealthy, or eating all the wrong foods, or being over an unhealthy body weight, or all the negative critical things you're saying to yourself. All these things over a period of time are affecting, you're breaking down your aura and blocking that chakra. Okay, so here's what we would do. When you come for a session, we're going to start to work through that. We're going to start to create an environment where you're going to feel comfortable enough to start to unload those blocked emotions, those feelings that you're feeling deep down inside. And that's going to release the blockage and allow healthier energy to flow, to fill you up, and to start to heal you. Now, the other thing about Reiki is what I love about it, it doesn't just focus on the physicality. We're not just physical beings. We need healing in 4 components: physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You could have the most physical body on the face of the earth. However, if your mind is not right, your emotions are not well, you don't believe in something bigger than your own ego, you're going to create a problem. Okay? So Reiki will go exactly where you need to be healed. What I specialize in is emotional healing, because you always get emotionally sick before you actually get physically sick. Behind every physical ailment, okay, there's a deep-rooted emotion that's connected to it. So I love to get to that part, and I'm really good at it, actually. I'm very good at seeing all the symptoms and finding what that root is for you. Okay, and we work through it together to heal. So that's kind of what happens. So I deal with a lot of people that are dealing with high levels of stress, anxiety, depression. I can't begin to tell you how many people I've worked with depression, even young people that are starting to come now. And they've been fortunate enough to work with me and not have to take any medication. So if you're dealing with depression, anxiety, then you know what, you might want to give this a try. So that leads me to the 2 types of services, or 2 types of Reiki that I found that most clients come to me for. One is basically if you're conscious and you're happy and you're living the life that you want and living your purpose and feeling good about overall your life and your happiness, then you will want to come for preventative sort of Reiki, which is what I call spa Reiki. You would come once a month. I offer a package for these people that come once a month just to get an energy boost and sustain their energy and a feel-good Reiki, okay? And then the other offer of services I do are for people with a little bit more chronic issues, either suffering from a major disease, diabetes, cancer, fibromyalgia, all sorts of things. Typically anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts. If you're dealing with those sort of mental debilitating issues, that's something I like to do, work with, to help you boost that self-esteem and make you fall in love with yourself again and love who you are, so then other people can love you as well. So that's kind of the 2 options. All right, so anyways, that's a quick rendition of what Reiki is and what you could experience. Now you will be on a massage table. You will be fully clothed. Again, we're working with the meridians. All right, I'll be working around you, channeling positive, loving energy to you. And after the experience, you're going to feel very peaceful, very loving. Most clients will say just an amazing feeling of peace and serenity. And we also start working on any trapped emotions that you might be experiencing. Those sometimes will come out as well. Okay? But I will be here with you every step of the way. If you decide to come, I would be happy to heal you and to work with you. That's what I love to do, and I would love to do that for you as well. So if this little video moves you, if you resonate with my energy, you feel that you could trust me and that I could help you, then please go to the contact page and email me, call me, and let's get started. Okay? Until then, you have a very blessed day. God bless you. Be well. Stay in the light. See you then.